Speaking of technology and new innovation, from Twitter's earnings leak to reports of faulty hardware and Apple's latest innovation, the Apple Watch, well, how do we expect these two giants to fare heading further into the year? You just met him virtually. Alex Wood is with us. He's the editor-in-chief from The Memo. You've changed jobs?
I have. We've just launched The Memo this week on Wednesday, a brand new magazine about business and technology at thememo.com.
So a lot to write about then.
A lot to write about.
Twitter,
it's been a big
Apple,
week this week.
Yeah. So what do you make of Twitter, first of all? I mean, this was a massive surprise for a lot of people.
A massive surprise, as we all saw, results leaked early, but also a real surprise in terms of revenues as well. I think the real big news there is the way that Twitter has changed the model for advertising. It used to be in the past based on impressions, so how many times the tweet got seen if you're an advertiser, but now they've changed it to clicks. It's going to be better in the longer term, but that has had a significant hit on the revenues, and a lot of people are worried out there.
Does the click advertising model actually work? I mean, I've, to my knowledge, I've never clicked on anything that's popped up other than close.
For sure. I mean, you're not alone. There are a lot of people out there that are actually not clicking on adverts, and it's a huge problem. But we have to look at one of the biggest ad networks in the world, Google. They're still making a lot of money out there. But the question for Twitter is, how are they not making this work? I mean, compare them to Facebook. Facebook revenues are going up and up. They're making mobile work. What is going wrong with Twitter? And I'm really worried about it.
How about Apple? Because I note that you're wearing an Apple Watch. I'm just really curious to hear. I mean, what do you make of it? I mean, how does it work?
I think it's a fantastic device, but if you remember when the iPad came out, people were really excited about it. You know, it's this incredible chunk of glass, a touchscreen computer. But to be honest, did we know what to do with it? No. There wasn't very much software on it, and a lot of people were sort of confused. It was fashionable, but there was no real purpose. And I see a lot of those same things with the Apple Watch.
Meaning that it's just a little bit of time, and then we're all going to rush down and buy it.
I think when you get that second generation device out, where they've ironed out some of those kinks, I think there's going to be a lot of people excited about this device. What's interesting is a lot of the third-party app developers didn't actually get a chance to try the device when they were building all the apps. And so if you know anyone that's got an Apple Watch, they'll be able to show you that all of those third-party apps are quite buggy. They're really slow because they haven't even had the chance to test them out. So this is early days.
Why did they rush it out?
I don't know if it's necessarily a case of rushing it out, but for security reasons, maybe because you know how Apple likes to protect it when they've got a product launch. They don't want people to leak things. They didn't give out these devices to a lot of the third-party developers. So the same with the iPhone when it first came out. Yeah. It's going to take some time to get it right.
So have you been using it instead of your iPhone, for example, or not quite yet? I mean,
so let me give you a really nice example of how it actually makes your life better. So when I came over to your offices here today, I actually came using the watch. So I touched a couple of buttons, opened the map app, and just dictated CNBC Europe. It got it straight away, click go, and it just taps you on the wrist when you need to turn left, when you need to turn right.
Serious?
Yeah, and that's brilliant, because you don't have to have your phone out, you know, with the maps, getting lost, all this kind of stuff. And that, for me, I get really excited about that. That is cool, that is useful, and I can see things getting better.
Wow, that would also help, like blind people, for example.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah.
It taps you left and right.
It just taps you on the wrist, and then you just flick the watch up, and it will say left or right. And as you get closer, when you get like 5 yards away, it kind of taps you more manically to remind you that you have to go left or right.
That is actually quite cool.
Yeah, you can
assuming you have no tattoos.
Assuming you have no tattoos.
We were talking yesterday about how the Apple Watch, it doesn't work as well if you have tattoos, right? So,
absolutely. And Uber as well. The Uber app is amazing. Just one tap, and then you get a driver coming right to where you are. Like, that is really useful.
Interesting. Alex, we look forward to having you back in to talk more about the world of technology. And good luck with the launch of the new magazine. Alex Wood, editor-in-chief of The Memo.